What's going on, everybody? Zach here from Pool Sharks. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update about some of the things we're going to be implementing to Pool Sharks for the 2026 season up ahead, which is only in a couple months. We're going to be starting probably around March. We got some bigger projects going on with some patios and some hardscaping. So hopefully if March is nice and the weather's not too bad, we'll start on those. One thing I am excited to announce, and it's something that we dabbled with the idea for a couple of years. As some of you know, if you are, some customers may be watching, or maybe soon to be customers, but if you looked at our site in the past, we didn't do any weekly services, any weekly maintenance. And that was one thing that we would be asked, a lot. We'd get a lot of calls. Do you service? Do you do cleanings? Do you do maintenance weekly, bi-weekly? And we would do kind of one-time cleanings, or get the pool open, put some chemicals in, and then come back in a day or two and then vacuum it out. So this is our first time officially announcing what we're calling our Shark Pro package. And what it entails is the opening, the closing, the cleanings, so weekly maintenance, all the chemicals, and any small miscellaneous parts and small repairs. That's also going to be included for one price. So the whole season you don't have to worry about testing the water, vacuuming. You go to a store, a lot of times I hear people, they are unsure about their chemistry. They go to a store and they sell them hundreds of dollars worth of chemicals that they don't need. So you can get rid of that. There's no hidden contracts, fees, surprise invoices. So for the price of one, you get all of these features, which I think is pretty nice. And I'm excited to, get that launched for this year. So if there's anyone, again, any customers that are watching, and if you're interested, you can, email me, you can give me a call, and we can get that set up for you for the spring. Second thing I'm really excited about is we're getting a new van, and that will be our true designated pool cleaning van, along with just being able to store all the separate materials and tools that you need. So this was our latest truck that we just got done. Shout out to Graphics Unlimited up in Putnam, Connecticut. Matt and his team do a wonderful job, so can't thank you enough. We'll be bringing in the van to them to have that done very soon. Just got some new merch too. New hats came in. We are going to be uploading our merch store as well, so we got hats, some different ones, just black, and then we get the beanies that came in, and we get some hoodies. So I'll link that down in the description. I think that might be on by tonight, tomorrow. Right now, just warming up the truck. This is one of the trucks we're doing right now, using this for plowing, and it was completely bone dry with the engine coolant the other day, and started getting a message on the truck here that the sensor was off, the battery. It said high voltage battery, and then it was saying engine temperature was overheating or high. So I just put some engine coolant, antifreeze in there right now, and it just went down. So I'm trying to see if I got a cracked radiator hose or something under the hood. It's going to get looked at for tomorrow, so just in time to get this thing back and running, because I know we're looking at some snow coming up. So just another thing we got to deal with before heading out, making sure all our equipment's right. Part of the business. So a little update about this Kurt brand mount that we're putting on for the one thing with the Chevys, with the new ones especially, you have to cut the frame that's here in order for this to fit. So I got it on there just loose right now, and right there we got to hook up the bolts on both sides. But if anyone else is, you know, getting any of the DK2 brands, the Snow Bear brands especially for the plows, just know that for the this is a Chevy 2500, so you have to cut this or else this is not going to fit. It's not going to be flush, so you're going to be lower, and then your plow is going to be crooked, not good. So I just cut it the best I could. You know, it's a little bit of a hack job on the right side, so don't roast me about that, but you also can't see when it's under, so you know, it's just another thing to keep in mind. Well, found the leak on the ring. Just put some more coolant in, and there we go. So we'll have to address this for tomorrow. Letting that truck warm up. It's cold, but so back to what I was saying about the van. You know, it's easier to have everything, especially for the liners and the cleanings, in one van, because we are carrying a lot of different equipment depending on the job that we're doing. So it's just going to make things easier, and it's gonna help our technicians too as well, you know, so we don't have to go through that constant struggle about moving certain equipment from one vehicle and back and forth, or if somebody's on another side of, you know, Central Mass and one of us is down in Northern Rhode Island or Connecticut. It's just it's too stressful, and it's too much to go back and forth sometimes. So looking forward to, you know, the van and introducing our new service. And I also wanted to get some thoughts, if there's any pool companies watching this, or if they're using the Skimmer app. You know, that's one thing that I want to try and use for our technicians. I heard it's a good software to have, and makes, you know, doing the jobs a lot easier. So I'm just curious if, you know, any pool companies watching, if that's something they use, or maybe they recommended, you know, different software. But other than that, just waiting for the snow. You know, again, next week they're looking at something, or at the end of this week. And in the meantime, just doing some more organizing, getting some of our stuff situated. So until then, stay swimming.